Blocker here at ANZ Stadium, how excited are you? Origin's only a couple of sleeps away.
I'm looking forward to the contest. I don't get real nervous, but I'm looking forward to us playing the same way we did in the first game. I thought we were sensational through the middle, off the bench. We didn't lose any sort of momentum, and it's been a long time since we beat a Queensland team at that sort of scoreline.
Nice looking side. Everyone, felt something different about this side in game one, I think. That's what we're hearing. What is it about this side that you like?
I like it's Mitchell Pearce's team. He's the bloke that's steering the ship at the moment, and no disrespect to anyone that's ever put on the Blues jumper. They've all been great players, but I think it's his time. And I think in the first game, could you imagine the pressure that was on that kid leading in to that game, and the way he played was sensational. And I'm expecting him at home to do exactly the same thing in the second game.
They've got two of their greats coming back, though. It's not going to be an easy one, especially knowing JT. This is his last Origin.
No Origin's easy. It breathes its own life. If anyone thinks that Origin's easy, geez, they've never played it. So it's going to be a torrid battle, no doubt about that. They'll be hurting and wounded about what happened in the first game, and they'll be a lot better. But I think we're going to be better too. It's the first time for a long time that we haven't changed our 17. They just mowed in and rolled into training, and away they went. Didn't have to teach anyone any new stuff, and mate, they're looking forward to it.
Do you think they can do it in game two?
Yeah, I do. I know they can do it. I've got full confidence. What about yourself? Do you think they can?
Oh, I do. I'm a New South Wales woman.
Oh, sorry about that.
Now, tell me about this superstition, because the shield's just over there, but you weren't going anywhere near it.
Can't touch it. I mean, when we win if we win the series, then you're allowed to touch it. But mate, it's bad karma. You can't do that stuff. You can't touch the shield till you own it. Once they win the game, then you can have a touch.
How much do these superstitions really work or mean anything? I mean, have you had a superstition in your career that's paid off?
I have, but I can't tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll probably get arrested. No, I don't know. The hardest part's getting yourself ready and waiting all day for the game. What time's kick-off? 8:10 or whatever it is. The hard part is just waiting. The game, once you just got to be ready once you cross that stripe. Once you cross on to go onto the field, that's when you got to be most ready. No good playing the game before. Try and get distracted away for the day, and not think about it too much. You
say you don't have the nerves now leading into an Origin, but what about when you were playing? Was it nerve-wracking for you, or how did you prepare to make sure it didn't get too much?
Well, in my position in the front row, in the 5-metre rule, everyone got bashed. So that's what I was worried about. But of course, the game is beautiful and crispy clean now, so you don't really have to worry about getting hit around the head. But anyway, that's it's always a worry about. I mean, I think the biggest worry is letting your family down and your friends and all that sort of stuff, and and hoping that you play well.
Who were you most scared of, taking a hit from?
Catherine Bridget Roach, my wife. Mate, she hit me with a frozen turkey one day. So no. Oh no, mate, all the guys that I played against plenty of tough blokes. They were all tough. I couldn't really pick one of them out.
What about the guys now that you see in these Origin sides? Who are some of the scariest in terms of their strength and their ability?
Well, Fafita would have to be up there. I mean, mate, he's a monster, and for his size, I haven't seen many blokes that could move like him. So, I reckon he'd be a nightmare to tackle. Like, you went low, you get a knee on the head. If you went high, you get an elbow on the jaw. So he's an awkward sort of bloke, and I think Queensland will go after him, no doubt about that. But if they go after him, 4 of them try to get him, then it opens up for someone else. So, he'd be the bloke that you would think. He's not a real violent sort of bloke, really, is he? He's just goes and plays, but I think you'd be a bit worried if you played against him.
Do you think he'll be able to back up after his great performance in Origin 1, and given that he will have that target on his back now?
Well, there you go. That's the million-dollar question. Consistency is the big thing for footy players. He's set the standard now. He knows his standard. He's done it in big games before. I don't think he gets nervous. In the grand final, that try he scored in the grand final, I don't think there's ever been another front rower ever to play that could have scored that try. And then that performance up there in Queensland, the first game, I haven't seen many better than that. So I think he's ready for big games, and that's a big challenge for him too. That's what he'd be thinking. I've got to repeat what I did in the first game, but I think he can do it.
Who else do you think will really star out there on Wednesday night and be someone that will back up and be pivotal in the game for us?
Boyd Cordner, I love his toughness. That bloke is a 9 out of 10 every week, every time he plays. A great captain, very quiet, unassuming bloke, just goes about his business, just goes and do it. He's a doer, not a follower. and everyone just follows him. I remember when they named him captain, every man to a man stood and clapped. So that's the sign of respect that he's got. He's a tough competitor, and he'll give his all for New South Wales. I can't wait to see that bloke lift the shield if we win.
How special would it be for a guy like him, and given the New South Wales origin history in terms of wins and captaincy, I mean, how special would that be if a guy like Boyd could come in to captain a series and win his first series after winning the first game?
It's only a start for him. He's going to be a superstar. I've already tipped, mate, that, and I don't think you have to be Nostradamus to tip this, that I think he'll captain Australia one day. He's only a young man now. I mean, he'll be saying if they win the first series that he's ever been captain. How easy is this? I don't know what everyone's going on about, but he's not like that. He'll knuckle down, and he's the type of guy, if we do win the second one, he'll be trying just as hard in the third game.
What do you think it's doing for the fans now that, you know, New South Wales have got this really exciting side? It was a really, really great win in game one, given the side a lot of confidence, but the state as well. What's it doing for the fans? Oh,
they'll love it. There's no doubt about it. Like, what's there, 12,000 Blatchy Blues now, so I reckon we could double that if they win the series. And mate, it's just exciting. I mean, you know, we none of us like getting beat, no doubt about that. But you know, Queensland, to their credit, are a great side for a long, long time. I just think it's time for change.